Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily High with your host, Matt McGregor and Tone Vase. The price pulled back a little bit, but still looks strong to me. It was a good night overall. Stock market too. Tone, how are you, mate?
I'm good. I'm good. Enjoying my time here in Panama. I'll be here for a few weeks, and then we'll see. We'll see. Everyone keeps asking me if I'm going to be in Nashville. At the moment, I have zero plans to be in Nashville. Just for those watching that keep asking, if something changes, like some sponsor comes in and says, "Hey, Tone, we'll pay for your flight, we'll pay for your accommodation, they'll cover all my expenses to be there," I may change my mind and still go. But at my own expense, there is no reason for me to be in Nashville. Sorry, guys.
What's in Nashville?
Oh, the big Bitcoin conference, the Bitcoin Magazine's conference used to be in Miami.
Ah, right.
Uh, they
Well,
they
speak.
they named their conference Bitcoin, which is totally insane. I thought it was insane the first year they did it, uh, and back when it was about Bitcoin, and now it's mostly about shitcoins and uh, it's a clown show basically. It's about shitcoins, it's about ordinals, it's about NFTs. It's barely has anything to do with Bitcoin anymore. But they still get the big profile names because they get 10,000 people to attend.
Well, you just threw your invitation in the bin. But anyway, we do
Oh no,
have.
no, the conference no 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 the conference has always rejected me as a speaker. That didn't matter.
All right, man. Well, we have some great sign-up bonuses for Blowfin in the description below. We've got one of the executives, one of my great friends, Vage from Blowfin, in the comment section. So if you have any questions about the exchange, Blowfin, really great non-KYC exchange, please throw them through to Vage. That's Vage. I think that his mother would pronounce it Vahe, but he's Vage to me, and he's watching the show right now. He's the one that sent me these great cameras and microphone and everything like that. So, without any further ado, Tone, would you like to go into it, or you went first yesterday? I'm
No, why
happy
don't you
to.
go first? I think I went first the
Right.
last few times. Go for it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, all right. So let's have a look right now on the daily time frame. We have pulled back a little bit today, but I'm really loving the response that we've had off that pullback. The price got as high as about 65,000. Man, we got to 65,000. 65,000 is very exciting, and especially because we're above all the moving averages on the daily time frame on alpha, getting above 65,000. That's starting to push to where we need it to be, but it's still there's still a way to go, but it's very exciting nonetheless. I really like the response that we've had off this correction. I heard that crash, this is unverified information, so don't quote me on it, but was had something to do with Mount Gox that they started selling. Don't know. Have you heard anything about that, Tone? Is that verified?
No, nothing from Mongox has ever been verified. I actually said this. I'm not sure if I said it on the last show. I've been hearing about Mt. Gox selling the Bitcoin for almost 10 years now. Might have been over 10 years. And I've given up. I don't care. I can't wait for them to eventually sell it all. I've heard it every day, like for 2 months now, that the Bitcoin has been transferred and it's about to be sold. And they saying it again this morning, and I could not care less because so far, not a single statement about Mt. Gox has ever been validated and verified.
Then let's put a pin in that bullshit conversation. The price is rallying right now as we speak, which is fantastic. Daily looks really good. Daily looks really good. The modified Lucid Star is dropping like a stone here. We're at 69,500, which would be it's a really like smart place to get extremely excited as well. And that's the value of it. The fact that we've been in this, now you can call it a consolidation for, let's do a little map on this. Like if you take the lowest point here and say, well, from here to here, 140 days we've been in a range of here. It's insane. It's insane. It's been some time, and now to get this modified Lucid Star coming down to get fully locked and loaded bullish for the potential upside that I'm really hoping comes at the end of the year. But there's plenty of reason to believe that it's coming towards the end of the year into next year. I really like where we sit right now on the daily time frame. 12-hour time frame. What does it look like? It'll probably be an MRI top right on that. Oh, it's not, but it's near to it. We're really close to the MR, what is it called? The acceleration line on the MRI here. which is very cool. And yeah, we're not quite at an MRI top yet, but it's been a really good run. This is exactly the 200 moving average on the 12-hour time frame. Once we get about that, the 12-hour looks really, really good. All right, dropping down to the 4-hour right now. What have it got for us? Am I lagging there, Tone? It's just taking a while to load my charts.
Yeah, you're
Delisia?
lagging a little. Your camera is also frozen.
Yeah, your camera's frozen too. So we'll see how this goes.
Maybe it's me. I
If
don't
I
know.
if I drop out, I'll jump back on the stream. So just take over for me if I drop out. But my page is frozen at the moment. Yeah,
Yeah, but it could
I think I'm
also
about to drop out.
yeah, but it could also be me. Let me check what's going on YouTube live stream here. Wait, let me do this. YouTube live. Let's see. Oh no, I'm moving around. No, yeah, I'm kind of moving around. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're good on YouTube live. All right, I'm gonna take over with my charts. Maybe it was math. Okay. So let's look at the weekly chart. As mentioned in yesterday's stream, the weekly chart did flip over into a bullish count. Now it has to close the week in this fashion in order to stay on the new bullish count, and then we can get a green star candle next week. If you look at this, we've broken below the channel, the downward sloping channel, but we have not yet, not even close to be in a position of breaking out the downward sloping channel. Yes, this is a beautiful, reversal here, but it's not exactly a breakout like we saw in February of this year. In February of this year, this was a no-brainer. Uh, you get back into the market in a bullish way. Now, going all the way back, well, maybe that's going a little too far back. Right here, this was a beautiful and obvious rebuy at 10,000 after a nice rally and a proper pullback. We did not get, one of these trashed pullbacks. That's why I was calling for somewhere between 48 and 52. Now we made it to 53 and a half. We made it pretty close. And we made several videos on here, and especially with Mark Wood. By the way, I will be on with Mark Wood later today around noon Eastern time, where we talked about there is high probability that 53 and a half will be the low, but we gave a slightly higher probability that it would be somewhere between 48 and 52. At the moment, uh, it's not, my view is not that different at the moment because we are sitting right at critical resistance. The 4-day chart doesn't really show the resistance all that much, but the 4-day chart, which is my allocation chart, just got rejected by the declining long-term moving average. And I do need us to break this long-term moving average for me to start entering bullish positions. So I'm gonna wait a little bit more. This candle still has more than 2 days to go. Now, if this candle starts to rally again past 65,000, I will go long. But until proven otherwise, to me, this is a proper rejection. Now, on the daily chart, we got rejected by this area of 65. We pulled back all the way to 62 and a half, and we're now nicely rebounding. This is a great sign that we are going to go higher. However, this candle needs to close. If we look at the volume, you will see that the tone-based volume is bullish. Someday this will be fully free and public. But this candle needs to close in this fashion. Okay, and that's super, super important that we need to close like this. Uh, we do need to close on one of these reversal candles. And even though the candle is a reversal candle, it's not happening at the bottom, it's happening at the top. So it doesn't really change the trend at all. Now, let's look at the rest of the resistance. At the moment, we are fighting the 50-period moving average resistance. And at this very moment, as we're doing the video, we are above that moving average after getting rejected by its vicinity. And now we rallied back up. And again, we need to close above this moving average. And then the next moving average is right next to it. And we need to close above that as well. So basically, until proven to me that Bitcoin is able to stay above 65, 65 and a half consistently, I'm going to assume there's going to be a pullback here. Now, yesterday's candle was number 5 in the MRI trend. And that makes it very, very difficult to get an MRI top because in order to get the MRI top, you need to go above yesterday's close. And considering we're in the vicinity of a rejection, getting to above yesterday's close, I think by Saturday, may actually be harder than people think it will be. I know whenever the Bitcoin price goes up this quickly in this short a time, it's everyone's bullish, thinking we're going to break all-time highs, but we got a long way to go to break all-time highs. We are still in a very, very weak-ish looking position. And yes, there is good bullish momentum in Bitcoin, but look at it from a short-term view. Look at it from the 1-hour chart. We've been staying above that moving average, and we just got rejected by it from below. We're trying to fight it right now, but I give it a 50-50 shot if we're going to break back down below yesterday's lows or this early morning lows, right? The 4 a.m. low. We also have an MRI support line here, a moving average here. Be careful. I would be very, very careful. If Bitcoin breaks this low, nothing bad's going to happen. I just think it'll be a bigger pullback, that's all. In yesterday's video, I drew this arrow right here. We were doing this video when this green star candle was showing up at 10 a.m. And I was very bullish off of this candle showing up because we were breaking the prior highs. We are in the same situation, only the prior highs are a lot higher. This is a fractal. It's identical to what happened at this time yesterday, but we are in just a slightly weaker position because we're lower versus the prior swing high, and the prior swing low is deeper. So right now, it can go 50-50. Now, if we are breaking yesterday's high, I'm going to open my retirement account and I'm going to go long. But I think it's going to be a challenge. I don't think we're breaking the swing high today. I think we're getting rejected and going to make a slightly lower low than the 2 a.m. low that we saw, or the 4 a.m. low that we saw. The low was at, well, the swing low was at 62 and a half. The closing low was about 63. I do think the more likely path is for Bitcoin to get all the way down to 60K, which would be good, because if Bitcoin gets down to 60K and I see a strong reversal at 60K, it would allow me to get back into my position at the same price I exited my position, maybe even a smidge lower. I got out around 61 and a half, 62. And right now we're sitting at 63 and almost 64. So I would love to get back in at a lower price. I would love to get back in at 60. So that, I think, is the most likely outcome here, is a drop towards that 61, 62 area. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. And I'll be back on again at noon with Mark Wood to discuss. Matt, I see you're back after multiple attempts. You're on your
Yeah.
cell phone now. What's going on?
Yeah, sorry, mate. I'm on the cell phone right now, as you can see. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I tried like 16 times, tried everything, but I missed your show. I'll have to catch up. Um, yeah, there's nothing else I have to say. I don't know how bullish or bearish you were, but I'm very confident. I'm very very excited about the price. I hear. I'm sure there's a lot of concerns that we could pull back, whatever like that. But I'm not interested in entertaining them until we see how this plays out. And for me, it looks fine for now. Banebox is really exciting. It has reset the trade, so we're back eligible for the next trade. So I'm excited about that. Please like and subscribe. Is that the end of the show? Have you done the traditional markets yet, mate?
No, I did not. Let me do that now real quick, and then you can close us out.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks, mate.
Just a quick look at where we are in the cycle. We are exactly where uh, we should be right now at current price, which is great. Got another month or so to linger in this area. And then sometime in August, we should start to trend up, which would be nice and follow all prior cycles. Not much to say on oil. As I've been saying, I'm very bullish on gold. We are working on a brand new all-time high in gold. I think 3,000 in gold is very, very likely. The S&P market. The S&P is having a pretty good morning today. The market's had some time to digest. More certainties coming into the markets from a political perspective. I talked about two certainties yesterday between Trump not getting assassinated and being alive, Trump going way up in the polls versus Biden. And today we have more certainty. Trump has selected his vice president. That's again more political certainty into the market. I actually know very little about this vice president. I need to go do my research and my own homework, but it's more certainty and more confidence to the financial markets now that Trump has announced his vice presidential candidate. The S&P futures market had its MRI top in Bitcoin yesterday. Let's see if we can break that high today. Then the market should be back into a full bullish swing. I'm a little more concerned with the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq had its weekly MRI top 2 weeks ago. Last week's candle is a doji candle, and this week's candle is not acting very strong yet. Today is only Tuesday. If the Nasdaq falters and turns here, then everything is back on the table. Since Matt was jumping in and out to as a TLDR to answer his question, I don't like this hourly chart. We can also glance at the 4-hour chart, but the hourly chart represents it better. When we were doing this show yesterday, we were coming off the swing low into a green star candle, breaking the prior daily hourly highs. And that is why I drew this green arrow, which I'm now going to erase during yesterday's show. If we were to doing that right now on current candle, breaking 65,000, I would be full-blown bullish, and I would be entering bullish position in my allocation chart because we would be also breaking the long-term moving average. Did I just lose my screen share?
No, looks good, mate.
Oh, looks good. Okay. I don't know. It's kind of weird today. But we're not doing that on the hourly chart. On the hourly chart, we're halfway, and it looks like we're getting rejected by a moving average here. So I give it a slightly greater chance. We go down and break the MRI support line, break the lows of 4 a.m., go below 62,000, and find the bottom somewhere in the $60,000 area. And if that happens, it would allow me to enter my bullish positions in my retirement account at a lower price than I exited them, because I exited above 61. I exited somewhere between 61 and 62. And right now, if I was to get back in, I would be perfectly okay with that because I avoided so many sleepless nights as I watched it drop from 62 all the way down to 53 and a half. And I was, I mean, not crazy confident, but somewhat confident we had a lower low in store. So I'm perfectly okay with the situation. I'm happy with the situation. And let's see where it goes from here. And we'll be back on with Mark Wood in a few hours. Matt, I think it's time for you to close us out.
Yeah, terrific, mate. Thanks for covering me in today's show, and I apologize for all the viewers. that I was absent for most of it. Please like and subscribe. Please share it with your friends. Please use the affiliate links in the description below. Please use Blowfin. We've got up to $300 in cashback giveaways for deposit bonuses for the first 100 people that sign up. It's a really good incentive. Bangbox will be coming to Blowfin in the near future, and on the 22nd of this month, it'll be coming to BitGet. So that's really exciting stuff. Thank you for joining us once again, and we will see you tomorrow. I'll work on my internet in the interim.
All right, cool. And someone asked me to look at Bitfarms. I just did on a weekly scale. It doesn't look like anything important or interesting. On a daily scale, I had a couple of really nice up days. Maybe I'll take a look at it tomorrow on the live stream. All right, thanks, guys. See you all tomorrow.